Will, let's try this. Let's try to find some positives in this ball game. I know it is hard, but I feel like we can figure some of these things out. Will, I'm gonna let you start. I have a couple things, but it's gonna be a little questionable, so I want to see what you got.
Positives. It's gonna be real quick.
Yeah.
All right? I've got one from the game.
Oh my goodness.
I actually thought that Benjamin St-Juste was pretty good in coverage.
Yes, absolutely.
And
yes.
I saw him, he had struggled in week 1 against Jacksonville, and we heard the stuff we heard last year we saw what we had heard last year at training camp. Like, this guy's a good cover man. And to me, I'm looking at this saying, like, hey, William Jackson, not really cutting it. Kenneth Fuller getting picked on right now. Benjamin St-Juste seemed to be really hold his own there. And I was impressed with him out there. And maybe he needs to be outside. The experiment of moving him to slot maybe needs to end, and we need to figure something else out and leave him outside like that. That was my one positive. I said, he's doing all right out here.
One
I had one. I'm sorry. That's all I got.
I understand. I get it. I'm not mad at that. One of the positives I want to say, coming from the running back perspective, we've been talking about Gibson all year long. Every game up until this point, I was nervous about him even touching the ball, especially in the backfield. I gotta be honest. I was thoroughly impressed with him. When we ran with him, he seemed like he was kind of running downhill. He seemed like he kept moving. And a lot of the time, especially when he ran the misdirection where we had Samuel come in motion, you had Gibson getting in there and getting 7, 8 yards. Couple of those first down carries, he's getting 10 yards a pop. And you're like, okay, all right, here we go. And then it goes into one of my negatives, because either we continue to try to do that or we then try to toss it up in the air. And it's like, keep feeding them.
Well, do you remember? So since you weren't able to watch it, I texted you and Ab and I said, what a great run by him. What a terrific cutback that he had.
Yes.
The play I'm talking about here. And I was like, oh my gosh, the vision that we've been looking for from him showed up. And if there's one thing about that, I'm surprised we didn't do is we didn't go back to that a little bit more as things were so chaotic in the first half. We didn't go back to that to give him a chance. We basically just we were just a passing team the entire first half.
Oh yeah.
Tried to be.
Yeah, well, yeah, we tried to be actually. And look, when you have the running game, and I understand that we were nervous about it from the past, you know how I was feeling about it, but you still have to feed him, because especially when you have the pass rush that is unblockable. Fletcher Cox wasn't getting blocked at all. So you need to draw, you need screen, you need to continue to do things to keep them off balance, because if they're just going to pin their airbags, and like you said, 4 people, it was only 4 a lot of times. They weren't blitzing that much. It was just those 4. And they were shutting it down just by that. But once you see that we're getting pressure, slip it to the running back. Give them that quick right up the middle, because that's going to keep them honest. And I feel like they didn't do that. One other positive, yes, we told you this segment was going to be short, ladies and gentlemen. One other positive that I had was, and I know I told Will this before the show. He's gonna be like, "Ruh?" You know what I mean? And this might even warrant our guy that's coming on the show to say,
"What?"
Washington fans, stick with me here. I would say one of our positives, something I've been telling all year, we have a bend but don't break defense. Take out the 24-point second quarter, okay? This is the second week in a row that on the first drive that they got down towards the red zone, we held up and forced a field goal. This is the second week in a row that on the second, right after that, when they're driving down again, they go for it on 4th down, and we shut them down on 4th down.
Yeah.
That is huge. If you're talking about little things that you can build off of, that's something that we can build off of. We talked about St-Juste. They went deep early and often. St-Juste was set. They targeted him all day. We saw what happened on the other side to Kendall Fuller, but with the exception of the one pass on the sidelines and maybe the touchdown by A.J. Brown, St-Juste, showed up. He knew they were coming after him, and he stepped up to the plate. Jamin Davis, Now, there was one play early in the game where he came in, he saw the play, blew up the block, let the guy go around the corner, but still he was there. Whenever you saw Jalen Hurts scrambling out to the left or the right, you saw Jamin Davis running after him, and you liked that speed that he had come to the table.
He did. Yes.
There was bright spots. Now, obviously, it's mixed in with all the crap that we had to deal with, and it was rough. And look, Will, I'm telling you, I'm combing through footage like, there's a tackle. Here we go, baby.
That's positive.
Okay. No. Here. I mean, it was few and far between. The only other thing I have, first play of the game, we go with what is it? The run to Curtis Samuel, the jet swoop. Samuel gets around the corner. We talked about that. That's one of the things we said. Get Samuel involved early and often. Get him on some gimmick plays, something that's going to catch the defense off guard. Let's do that. But we went away from that.
We did.
Yeah, we
did. Man, I got to give you some kudos, Sean. You've got a very full glass for Washington when you're going for positives, because you're right. It is a bend don't break defense. We're not a dominating defense. Man, there was just a lot of bend on Sunday.
Yeah.
And it got to the point where there was too much to stop it. The dam was just going to break.
Absolutely.
Thanks for watching. If you like that clip, be sure to check out the other great content from the Let's Talk Football community. And as always, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when more great content like this becomes available.